Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up in The Big Bang Theory, young Sheldon gently exposes Mary's deceptions regarding George. Long before she appeared as a major character in the CBS prequel sitcom, Sheldon's mother was established in The Big Bang Theory via her regular visits to him in Pasadena. Mary enjoyed telling stories from Texas, especially negative tales about her time as George's wife, just like her son did. She lied about many of those negative stories about the Cooper patriarch, as the family comedy has proved, and young Sheldon now explains why. The Coopers' marriage isn't flawless, and they battled to keep it together for years. However, Mary and George have managed to reignite their romance following the pivotal Young Sheldon Season 5 finale, which has brought calm to the Cooper home. That said, even when Mary was having a difficult time in their relationship, she didn't usually open up about it. It's interesting to note that Mary made up lies about George on The Big Bang Theory, in addition to being content to share personal details about her marriage. Because of its loose adherence to continuity, young Sheldon frequently leads to plot holes in The Big Bang Theory. Although it can be attributed to that, the CBS family comedy provides a compelling explanation for Mary's shift in her privacy views. In the episode, Pancake Sundays and Textbook Flirting from Young Sheldon Season 6, Mary, bored after leaving her religious community, is counseled by George to establish a new social circle. Because they bond over ragging on their ex-husbands, she ends up hanging out with Brenda's gang of divorcees. Even though Mary and George remain together, she feels more at ease criticizing her own husband after being exposed to these kind of discussions. In The Big Bang Theory, Mary enjoyed making fun of, criticizing, or outright demeaning George, which helped to paint the character as a bad father. Sheldon also had negative things to say about his father, supporting his mother's assertions. After The Big Bang Theory prequel hinted that George might be Brenda's covert young Sheldon boyfriend, the breaking point for their relationships with the Cooper patriarch in the CBS family comedy is slowly drawing near. It's possible that this marks the start of Sheldon's notorious tale of his father's infidelity, which is soon followed by his passing. One of the most significant storyline inconsistencies between the episodes is the conflicting portrayals of George in Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. But as the prequel comedy goes on, it becomes more and more obvious that even Sheldon's mother is very different from the CBS sitcom. Mary was meaner, ruder, and more irritable overall, yet her character traits persisted in The Big Bang Theory. She hardly ever gave Sheldon's friends any real compassion or kindness, unless it was followed with a critical comment. It will be fascinating to observe how young Sheldon gradually changes into the version that was presented on The Big Bang Theory and discover what caused that transformation. Young Sheldon just revealed the shocking origins of Mary's Big Bang Theory lies. You won't believe what we just found out. Fans of The Big Bang Theory have long known that Mary Cooper, Sheldon's protective and often overbearing mother, isn't exactly the most forthcoming when it comes to certain truths. Over the years, Mary's tendency to tell little white lies has created countless moments of tension, humor, and drama, leaving fans guessing at the deeper reasons behind her actions. Well, hold onto your seats, because young Sheldon just dropped a major bombshell that explains it all, and you won't believe how it all began. Young Sheldon episode, we finally get a peek into the origins of Mary's famous Big Bang Theory lies. For the first time ever, we get to see the exact moment when Mary first decided to twist the truth to protect her family and, more importantly, her beloved Sheldon. The revelation is jaw-dropping and paints a new, more complex picture of Mary's character. So, what's the truth behind Mary's lies? Let's dive in and uncover the shocking backstory that young Sheldon just revealed. The mystery behind Mary's lies, unveiled. If you've watched The Big Bang Theory, you already know that Mary Cooper is a woman who values faith, family, and protecting her children, especially Sheldon. Over the years, she's been caught in several lies, ranging from exaggerating Sheldon's brilliance to pretending to understand more than she really does about her son's quirks and challenges. But what's the real reason behind these lies, and where did they all begin? In Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 14, we get a glimpse of Mary's early life as a mother, and the episode peels back the curtain to reveal a much deeper reason behind her need to distort the truth. It all goes back to Sheldon's early years and the struggles Mary faced raising a child who was so far ahead of his peers intellectually. The first lie that changed everything, the pivotal moment in this episode, takes place when a much younger Mary finds herself at a crossroads. Sheldon is about to attend a new school, but his incredible intellect and unique way of thinking leave her worried about how the world will perceive him. In a moment of desperation, Mary decides to create a protective shield around Sheldon, telling the school principal and even family friends that Sheldon is just shy and a little different, but not as advanced as he truly is. This seemingly small lie would become the foundation for many others. In the episode, we see Mary's internal struggle as she debates whether to be honest about Sheldon's abilities or to cover for him, worried that being open might lead to isolation or worse, ridicule. She just wants to protect him from a world that isn't ready for someone as exceptional as her son. From there, her habit of telling these protective white lies only grows stronger. The lie that almost ruined Sheldon's life. It turns out that one of the most iconic lies Mary told Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, the one about how Sheldon's highly advanced brain was actually a blessing and not a curse, comes from this same period. In a moment where Sheldon feels out of place, Mary tells him that his intellectual differences are gifts, not defects. But this lie, as loving as it was, set Sheldon up for years of self-deception about the challenges he would face in social situations. Young Sheldon shows how Mary's fear of her son being hurt or misunderstood led to her crafting these little lies, which ultimately became a coping mechanism for herself and Sheldon. But did these lies help or hurt him in the long run? We'll get into that next. Mary's lies, protective or harmful? As the episode unfolds, we begin to see the lasting impact of Mary's lies, not just on Sheldon, but on her family as a whole. While her intentions were always to protect her children, especially Sheldon, from the harshness of the world, it's clear that these little fibs created an emotional barrier that would later manifest as confusion, frustration, and even some very awkward moments in Sheldon's life. In The Big Bang Theory, we witness Sheldon often struggling to navigate relationships, misunderstand social cues, and fit in with others. Now, young Sheldon gives us the backstory to show that part of the struggle might be the result of Mary's well-meaning, but ultimately misguided, attempts to shield him from reality. Fans are now questioning if these lies were truly helpful or if they actually fueled Sheldon's social awkwardness. Could Mary's constant shielding and embellishing of the truth have caused Sheldon to become more isolated and less able to confront reality of Mary's lies? One thing is certain, Mary's lies didn't just affect Sheldon. As young Sheldon dives deeper into the past, we also learn that George, Mary's husband, had his own suspicions about her need to protect Sheldon with half-truths. There's a poignant moment in the episode where George calls Mary out for her tendency to lie about Sheldon's abilities and their family situation, expressing concern that it might be doing more harm than good. And then there's the ever-complicated relationship between Mary and her parents, who also had their own set of expectations for Sheldon. Mary's lies, as it turns out, were as much a defense mechanism against her parents as they were for Sheldon. She didn't want to appear as though she was failing to raise a normal child, so she exaggerated Sheldon's success and minimized his struggles. This creates tension in the family dynamic and reveals just how deep Mary's need for control and protection runs. How this changes everything you thought you knew about Mary This newfound insight into Mary's character changes everything we thought we knew about her in The Big Bang Theory. For all these years, we've seen Mary as a religious, strong-willed, and loving mother. But young Sheldon gives us a more vulnerable and complex version of Mary. Her lies weren't just a quirky trait. They were a result of fear, love, and a mother's desire to protect her child at all costs. Now that we know the true origins of Mary's lies, we can better understand why she acted the way she did in The Big Bang Theory. Her protective nature, while often frustrating for Sheldon and the people around her, came from a deep-seated fear that Sheldon's genius would isolate him and leave him heartbroken. Fans are going crazy over this revelation. As expected, fans are absolutely freaking out over the latest Young Sheldon episode. Social media exploded with reactions, and fans are reflecting on how Mary's lies shaped Sheldon's entire worldview. "I never realized how much Mary's lies were trying to protect Sheldon," one fan tweeted. "It totally makes sense now why Sheldon struggles with relationships. He was raised in a world of half-truths." Another fan added, "This episode made me appreciate Mary so much more. She did what she thought was best for Sheldon." But some fans have also voiced their frustrations. "Why didn't Mary just let Sheldon be himself? All these lies just cause more problems down the line," said one viewer. The debate is clearly heating up, and this new layer to Mary's character is definitely making waves in the fandom. What's next for Mary and Sheldon? With this shocking new information about Mary's lies, fans are wondering how this will affect the future of both young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. Will Mary's overprotectiveness continue to shape Sheldon's worldview, or will he eventually confront the truth about the past? Will Mary's relationship with her family improve now that her deepest fears have been exposed? Whatever happens next, one thing is clear. Young Sheldon has given us a new lens through which to view one of the most beloved characters in The Big Bang Theory. And as we head into future episodes, we can't wait to see how this new backstory will impact the Cooper family, and how Sheldon will finally come to terms with his past. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.